Hi there. So you're looking to move, and you thought I would be the best person to help you with that advice. Will you be right? Because I would consider myself a professional mover. Now, moving home is a very big deal, and you may be better off just forgetting about it. It's just too much hassle. But I would say, no, don't do that. Just try your hardest and put in a bit of effort and try and get out of the place that you're living in at the moment, if you're not happy with that, of course. Now, there are several ways to go about moving. The first way would be just get up, just go. Just get up and go. But of course, if you just do that, then you end up just winging it, making it up, and possibly making a terrible decision. So you're definitely going to want to know what you're doing first. Now, people move for a variety of different reasons. It could be because they just can't stand the sight of the place that they're living at the moment. It's just too familiar, and they want to change. So how do you do that? What on earth do you do? Well, one option is to use the interweb and just search for like properties on there, and just look around and just see if there's anything that takes your fancy on the interweb. Now, location is a key factor, because if you're looking to move somewhere and you don't have the means to actually travel to that place to even get there, then it'll be quite tricky to move in. And that goes with if you have a lot of stuff, a lot of possessions in your place, and you'll be taking them with you. It's a lot of heavy lifting, to get all the stuff into the new place. So I would definitely advise going to the gym first before even considering moving, because that way you'll be able to lift everything out your place and move it straight into the new place. Just carrying it along in your arms. I've got a bed here. I've got a bed. If I wanted to move this, I'd have to go to the gym and start lifting. I lift quite a lot at the moment. What we got here? I can lift this. I can lift it, no problem. It's not even that heavy. A little heavy. My arm's getting tired already, but I can do it. So just work on your upper body strength, I think, before you decide to move. It's a very important point you need to take into consideration, I think. Now, the next thing you'll need to consider when moving home is money. If you don't have a lot of money, you're screwed, pretty much. So just make sure that you've been accumulating a ridiculous amount of money beforehand, before you decide to move. Otherwise, you probably won't be able to move. Because moving is just expensive. It's just really expensive. I don't know why so much. So money is an extremely important factor when looking to move in somewhere. Like, even if you've moved in somewhere, there may still be hidden costs that you weren't expecting. Like, you move in somewhere, for example, you think it's all fine, but no, there's no roof. So. There's no shelter. You got no shelter. You look up and you see the sky. You see the sky right there. There's no shelter or anything. So you have to spend money to buy a roof. That costs a bit of money. I don't know how much. I haven't really looked into roofing, but probably a fair bit of money. So just be aware that when you move in somewhere, there may be other financial issues. So just bear in mind that it may not actually look as good as it does on the brochure or book or website, wherever you're viewing the property. But by all means, don't be put off by moving. It's a lot of fun once you get into it. And if you're worried about your neighbours, then just get a moving home. I believe it's called a caravan or a camper van. And then any problems that you do have with a fixed location, you can be like, see you later. I'm just going to get in my caravan or camper van, just sail along the road, or even the water. You get a boat. You don't have to live on land. Land isn't for everyone. That's why boats are there. And if you think about it, most of the world is ocean. So you've got all that ocean to explore on your boat. And if you're worried about neighbours, you don't need to, because you're out in the ocean. There's very little chance of bumping into someone. However, the issue may come when more and more people decide that they do actually want to live out on the water. Then you're going to get like a lot of congestion on the water, And then you may have like issues with like neighbors or fish. So just bear that in mind when you're looking to move. So now that I've got you onto this topic of where you want to move to, it's very important to think about the area itself. Do you what? People live on the water, as I said. People live on land, but there's also the air. You've got the air, so you can get a hot air balloon. Just live in the sky. But then you've got to bear in mind that it can rain sometimes. There's lightning. Is your hot air balloon going to be safe from lightning bolts? Is it going to be safe from birds? You see like eagles flying in the sky. Now they're just going to fly straight through your balloon. Why would they care? They just like flying. So they've got a sharp beak, so their beak will just go straight through your balloon. So do you have a backup? What do you do when you're in the air? You have to accommodate that. You have to look to get maybe like a parachute. Just in case. It's a backup plan. At least that way you'll come back down to earth, but you won't crash because you have a parachute on, and you'll be safe. But then your home's destroyed, so then you'll have to look for a new home. So maybe a hot air balloon isn't the greatest option, unless you are flying in a no eagle zone. So it's a potential. It's a potential option. Now, an alternative to living in the sky could be living underground. You may not have thought of that, but it's a viable option. Living in the ground could be just for you. If you're worried about it being too bright outside, if it strains your eyes a bit, the ground, it's very hard to see underground, particularly if there's no like electricity or any form of lighting, because the sun can't actually get down there. There's things in the way like Earth. So that could be very comforting to know that you'll be in pitch black when you'll be living underground, unless you have a light source. And there's also the fact that it will actually be quite warm living underground because there's magma. So that will keep you nice and warm. But you are going to want to come to the surface once in a while, mainly for food, because I don't know how much food there is underground, and also to get petrol for your vehicle. So that is just a few recommendations of where you can live. The very final point that you're going to want to consider is, who are you going to live with? Are you going to live by yourself? A lot of people are happy living by themselves. Very, very happy. Whereas other people like company. So if you like to live with other people and you don't like to be alone, then I would certainly go with living with someone else option. So that just about covers everything you'll need to know in order to move. If you want me to go into any further detail about moving, then just let me know, and I will do whatever it takes to help out with that. But until then, have a nice day, and I will see you again on the next video. So see you then. See, you guys are probably going to say that I don't like to move homes. Well, you're wrong. Look, I'm going to move. Watch me go. I'm going to move. See, I'm going right now. Oh, yeah, I'm going. I think I'm just going to stay here, actually. It's scary out there.